thought my kitten was just cute and clingy, but then I started hearing noises at 3 a.m. And one night, I saw something standing in my doorway. So I set up a night vision camera to see what Pumpkin does while I sleep. And I wish I never did. His name is Pumpkin. He sleeps on my neck, follows me everywhere, and acts like he owns the house. I thought his attitude was funny, but there was something else. Something I didn't see at first. Pumpkin started staring at corners. Long, silent, like he was watching someone move. Then I began hearing slow scratching at my bedroom door. And sometimes, I woke up feeling watched. It was just a feeling at first. That prickle on your skin that tells you you're not alone. I'd open my eyes, and he'd just be there, sitting on my chest, staring down at me. It was cute, I told myself. It's what cats do. But the feeling of dread never really went away. Then came the scratching. A soft but persistent sound that would start just after I'd fallen asleep. It wasn't the frantic scratching of a cat wanting in. It was slow, deliberate. Scrape, ... Scrape, ... Scrape, ... Like something was testing the wood. I'd get up, open the door, and there would be nothing there.
The hallway was empty.
But the feeling of being watched was stronger than ever. I had to know what was going on. Was I going crazy? Was I just having nightmares? I ordered a cheap night vision camera online, convincing myself I'd find nothing more than pumpkin chasing dust bunnies. I set it up on my nightstand, pointing it towards the main part of the room. I expected nothing, but at 2:58 a.m., Pumpkin lifted his head. He wasn't asleep on my pillow anymore. He was sitting bolt upright in the middle of the floor. He stared at the closet and the door. It opened on its own. Just a crack at first, then wider, revealing a void of blackness that seemed to swallow the camera's light. Pumpkin didn't run. He didn't hiss or puff up his fur like he would at a stranger. He walked to the closet, slowly. His tail wasn't twitching with excitement. It was moving from side to side, almost lazily, like someone was gently touching it. He paused at the threshold, looked back at me once, and then disappeared into the darkness for 3 hours. The camera recorded nothing but an empty room, and I slept alone, completely unaware. When I woke up, he was curled on my neck again, purring, as if nothing had happened. The next night, I was terrified. I couldn't sleep. I pointed the camera at a different spot, up at the ceiling corner where he always stared. And at 3:12 a.m., the microphone picked up a whisper. It was faint, distorted, like a radio station barely in range. I couldn't make out the words. Pumpkin, who was sleeping on the bed, meowed back, but it wasn't a kitten sound. It wasn't high-pitched or cute. It was deep, guttural, too human. It was a sound a tiny kitten should never be able to make. My blood ran cold as I listened to the recording the next morning, hearing a conversation I couldn't understand, happening just feet above my head. Then came the night. Pumpkin stopped being a cat. He stood up, on 2 legs. He wasn't clumsy or shaky. He was balanced. Steady, he put one paw in front of the other and took a step, then another. The camera caught his silhouette against the faint glow of the hallway nightlight. He looked like a small, misshapen child, standing there in the dark, perfectly still. He stood like that for almost a minute, just watching my sleeping form, like he had always known how. After that, I started hearing footsteps in the hallway. Not the soft patter of claws on hardwood. Not the little taps of a cat exploring. Footsteps. Slow, measured, bipedal footsteps. Something small was walking around my house in the dark. I would lay in bed, frozen, listening to the steps go from the living room to the kitchen, and then pause right outside my bedroom door. I never opened it. I was too afraid of what I would see. I had to see it. I needed to know what I was living with. For the final night, I set up 3 cameras. One on my nightstand, one in the hallway, and one pointed at the closet. And at 3:07 a.m., it happened! On the nightstand camera, Pumpkin walked right up to the lens and stared into it. His eyes glowed in the infrared light. He knew. He knew I was watching. Then, something stepped into view behind him. It unfolded itself from the corner of the room. Tall, thin. Its limbs were too long, its joints bent at the wrong angles. It was too still, and it had pumpkin's eyes. The same glowing orange orbs, just larger, and filled with an ancient intelligence. I ran. I didn't pack a bag. I didn't grab my wallet. I just ran out the front door and didn't stop. I left everything behind. I've been staying with a friend for 2 weeks, trying to convince myself it was all a nightmare. But this morning, my phone buzzed. A motion notification from my doorbell camera, which I forgot to disconnect. I opened the app, my hand shaking. Pumpkin was standing on my front porch, on 2 legs. One paw was resting on the doorknob, and behind him, that tall, thin thing leaned down close, its shadowy face filling the frame and through the speaker. I heard a whisper in a voice that sounded exactly like mine. You left him behind. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Stay safe out there.